T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis on a mission to build, resupply, and to do research on the International Space Station.
Since the 1960s, the USA has been obsessed with space travel. When the Apollo 11 landed on the moon in 1969, America and NASA won the space race and continued to journey into space, launching the Space Shuttle program in 1981. This began with the Columbia and continued with the Challenger, Discovery, Atlantis, and Endeavour. The program launched both humans and satellites into space, conducting numerous experiments and helping to build the ISS. The shuttles were initially designed to be launched safely but often, launching around 64 times a year at an estimated cost of around $54 million adjusted for inflation. However, the program only launched around 5 times per year at a cost of $1.5 billion per launch after engineers were forced to make costly compromises as they never received the capital required to build a robust launch system. 135 missions later and $200 billion spent, the 30-year space program was shut down when the Atlantis landed for the final time in July 2011, mostly down to costs, but not forgetting the 14 astronauts who lost their lives in disasters with Challenger in 1986 and Columbia in 2003. The USA was then forced to purchase flights on Russia's Soyuz system for its astronauts, with costs rising from $22 million in 2008 all the way to $85 million in 2019. In order to reduce future costs, NASA launched a new plan with private companies who would build capsules to eventually launch humans into space from American soil, called the Commercial Crew Program. NASA offered in excess of $9 billion split between SpaceX and Boeing in government contracts to create a capsule that could launch humans into space whilst also conducting supply missions to the ISS. SpaceX designed the Crew Dragon Capsule, whilst Boeing created the CST-100 Starliner, which was capable of landing on the ground rather than in the ocean after re-entry. After years of testing between 2011 and 2020, as you may have seen on Saturday, SpaceX was the first company to launch America into space again, with their final test flight successfully docking with the ISS, despite being 3 years behind schedule. Elon Musk's SpaceX boasts a number of interesting features, including being the first capsule to contain touchscreen flying equipment, as well as a complete redesign of the spacesuit, altering the look and style from being bulky and heavy to being sleek and tailored. The astronauts even rode to the launch pad in a Tesla Model X, very different to years gone by. Whilst Musk has used a number of Tesla-like features, one thing that is not Tesla-like is the way the company is run. Gwynne Shotwell, the president and COO of the company, has managed to tame Elon's eccentric outbursts, as well as transform his ideas into reality, including sending a Tesla Roadster into space. The fact that she has a handle on day-to-day operations avoids awkward scenarios, such as when Musk appeared on Joe Rogan's podcast, where his decision to smoke weed whilst on air caused the Tesla share price to fall by almost 10%, wiping off billions of dollars in valuations. Luckily, SpaceX is still a private company, and so was largely unaffected. As far as the future of space travel is concerned, there remains a large amount of competition, with Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic as well as Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin both hoping to bring space travel to a wider audience. However, it looks likely that Hollywood will actually reach space before either of those companies, because according to Jim Bridenstine, the NASA administrator, Tom Cruise is set to film a movie on board the ISS in a bid to inspire the next generation of astronauts. When it comes to Elon Musk, his primary goal when founding SpaceX was to revolutionize space travel and reduce the cost of launching into space. Whilst he has achieved this with improved technology as well as reusable rockets and boosters that land themselves on both dry land and in the middle of the ocean, Musk's vision of colonizing Mars remains strong, and he hopes that SpaceX will land humans on a red planet by 2024.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA, go SpaceX, Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
By sending Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley into space from the Kennedy Space Center, SpaceX has launched America successfully. Whilst Boeing plans to launch their Starliner for its final test in 2021 at a higher cost to NASA at around $90 million, SpaceX is one step ahead and can now focus on its primary objective of reaching Mars. With the success of the Crew Dragon Capsule's final test flight, SpaceX's Starship, which is how Musk plans to reach Mars, could succeed in place of NASA's Space Launch System, America's initial plan to reach the moon again and to reach Mars, which would put SpaceX and Elon Musk in pole position. And that's how it happened. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you'd like to see next by leaving a comment below. Thanks for watching.